Stop the war!
And once again, what could be the reason for Prigozhin's death? But the fact that he was saying some very inconvenient truths for the Russian terrorist regime. The fact that Prigozhin revealed the real reasons behind this war. He said it himself. He said that this supposed denazification was complete nonsense. He said that his troops had been fighting the Ukrainians for years, and they still couldn't find any of these imaginary Nazis. Perhaps Prigozhin should have looked in the mirror. He would have found a Nazi immediately then. Just like Dmitry Utkin, the second founder of the Wagner Group, who also got killed in the same plane crash as Yevgeny Prigozhin. Once again, the example remains the same. If we want to try to come to an agreement with Russia, we are opening our back for a nice and clean backstab by the Russian terrorist regime. It has always been this way. And what about their history? The supposed opposing of Nazis. Well, my friends, I guess Putin will never mention in one of his James Bond villain speeches that in reality the Soviet Union started World War II on the same side as Nazi Germany. That's right. And for many months they continued fighting on the same side against the Polish people. They have signed an agreement, you see. It's called the Molotov-Ribbentrop Treaty, where the Soviet Union and Nazi Germany have agreed to never attack each other, have agreed to trade with each other, and have agreed to split Poland in half. And each of those authoritarian and genocidal regimes would take half of Poland to do with those people as they please. That, my friends, is Russia. Lies, deceit, disinformation, and revisionist history. That is what these apologists are claiming we should negotiate with. The Russian terrorist regime is supporting every terrorist group that it can. Our enemies are in cooperation with each other right now. North Korea, Iran, Russia, all of these countries are trading with each other. All of these countries are exchanging intelligence, exchanging knowledge, exchanging goods to try their best to fight against the free countries of the West, to try their best to expand their authoritarian rule abroad. These are not countries we can simply ignore. These are not countries that are fine to simply stick to their own ways and live and let live, as people say sometimes. These are thank you very much. These are expansionistic countries that want to expand their genocide abroad. And although war might not come immediately to the UK, if we do nothing about it now, it will come here inevitably. The Russian terrorist regime has shown that they will not stop until they are stopped. That is the only way of dealing with them. And all of these claims that supposedly we should stop escalation, supposedly we should stop arming Ukraine, they're complete nonsense, my friends. There is only one thing, and one thing only, preventing Russia from using nuclear weapons. And this has always been the case. This one prevention is the inevitable and certain fear of retaliation from the West. That is the only thing that's preventing the Russians from taking this any further. If that fear, thank you very much, if that fear is no longer there, if the Russians are no longer afraid that there will be a retaliation from the West, the Russians will use nuclear weapons. So in reality, my friends, what the West has to do is to stop dragging their feet and help Ukraine win, not help Ukraine simply last a little bit longer. This is what we've been saying ever since the beginning. If Ukraine got all the weapons that Ukraine needed when this war began, this war will be over long ago, because the Russians would never be able to stand a chance against the best of NATO armaments, against the best of NATO weapons. They would never be able to stand a chance against that. And we have to remember this, my friends. We have to remember this, and remember that our enemies are working behind the scenes together. In fact, they're not even bothering to cover up their cooperation. They are funding terrorist regimes all over the world. And the only thing we can do to stop it is to actually act, to realize what we're dealing with, and to realize what has to be done. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Слава Україні! Слава нації! Україна! 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 Героям України тричі!
Слава! Слава! Слава!
Ворогам України тричі!
Слава!
Close enough. Now, my friends, we will have a short musical break in just a few seconds. But before we do that, once again, thank you very much for coming here. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming, my friend. Thank you all for coming, my friends. We have people from all over the world here. We have people from many different countries. Thank you very much for coming today. What's your name?
My name is Anna.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you very much for coming here today, Anna. You know, we have people from all over the world. Where are you from?
This earth.
You're from this earth. We're all from this earth, you see. We're all from this earth indeed.
Let me have a word.
And we have to be able to tell the whole world our message, my friends.
The whole world.
We have to tell the whole world what really is going on in Ukraine. So that at last we are able to deal with this current situation effectively. And thank you very much for speaking out. You know, we need to all speak out. We need to all tell the whole world what really is going on right now. Because silence is not going to fix this situation. Silence is only going to make it worse. Silence is Russia's weapon, and silence is the weapon they will use every single time if we are not able to tell exactly and precisely what actually has to be done to solve this situation. And now, my friends, the musical break. Thank you very much.